How are we doing, people? Just waiting for everyone to jump on here. Miss Greer, good to have you on. And everyone else, Angelique, Robert, fantastic. Awesome, great to have you on. Leaders go first. That's absolutely fantastic, guys. So as we're waiting for everyone to get on, Mr. Chris Salem, good to have you on from America, if that's where you're at. Dean Adams, how are you, buddy? Long time no see. You have to see another one of those retreats. We've got a North Star lineup tonight. Put a thumbs up if you've had a great day. If you've had a love-filled day as well, put some love hearts. They're my partner. She just put a love heart up and she's just next door. We've had a great day of just relaxing, keeping a clear mind, enjoying each other's company, doing some work, recovery. Mr. Glenn Davies. So I'm just getting, everyone is just getting on, getting set up. So you're going to need one of these and you're going to need one of these, yeah? And these are our Beauties and the Beast Bible, what we rock at the retreats, where all the magic happens. This is where all the magic happens. Alana, good to have you on, sister. Loving your flow. Keep it going. Mr. Troy Gretsch, good to have an old school person on. Absolutely loving this. All right, let me slowly get into this. So as everyone's getting on. So obviously this is something that I want to share with you with the utmost respect for what people are going through in their lives. You know, I share a lot of my deepest and darkest secrets. I share a lot of things that people probably wouldn't want other people to know about. Because people are probably scared of getting judged. People are probably saying, "What's wrong with you?" But that doesn't bother me one little bit. As people know, and since I have grown into who I am today, I only bring into what serves me into my environment. Yeah, I only worry. I won't even say worry. I only connect with what's going to grow me as a person, and what's going to obviously be able to give me the knowledge and the understanding. My beautiful mother, good to have you on. And you know, she knows this story all too well. You know, unfortunately, she was on the side of leading me, but fortunately, I had a beautiful mother like that was able to, give me the support. So the strategies that I'm going to teach you tonight, you might have just lost your way a little bit, and you need a few strategies to get back on the path. Or you could really be in a dark place where you've actually thought of taking your life, or you know someone, or you've attempted to do that. And I've had a lot of conversation with very close people to me in the last couple of weeks, and there are a lot of people that have had enough, and they've got their backs up against the wall, and they're basically that's what they're doing, yeah. And that's an actual fact. So how I'm going to lead this, firstly, I'm going to leave the education of what I learned. And I always say, we are our own trophy, yeah? You're a trophy, I'm a trophy, you know, and that's how I've pointed to myself and said, you're a trophy. I'm a trophy and you're a trophy. Belinda, good to have you on, sister. So what I want you to remember, the education, the books and the knowledge only polishes up your trophy and makes you shine within and makes you a better version of yourself. Feeder, my sister, and Eleni, good to have everyone on. We got the all-star team happening here. Got the whole team on. So I really want this, and again, have a pen and a piece of paper. And my mind's really, really speeding 100 miles an hour at the moment. You can probably tell this because, you know, I get quite emotional when I talk about this situation or these subjects. And I really want to be able to deliver this information from whatever you're going through. And I know a lot of people, they do have bad times, they have dark times, and they're feeling, you know what, enough is enough, I'm just going to end it, yeah? So what I want to tell you firstly there is always a brighter side. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. What you're thinking now is not forever. How you're feeling now is not forever. So what that means is, it's not you're having a bad day, you're having bad moments. You need to start understanding this. When you can say, oh my God, I've had a bad day, everything is going wrong, I'm living in hell. You need to be very careful, firstly, of your internal language, yeah? And I want you to write this down. I'm going to use it, I'm going to say it, I'm not going to write it down because I know it, but get a pen, get a paper. Your internal language is huge, yeah? The reason why I know this, I spent 6 months in my old place, my beautiful parents' home. They spoiled me. Talking badly about myself, focusing on that, talking badly to my parents, just focusing on the negative. My life's going to be shit. I'm never going to be successful. This is fucked. Getting emotional, getting aggressive, and then it's a downward spiral. So your internal language is absolutely everything, yeah? And this is how we're going to start it off, and this is going to be very powerful. If you're sitting there and the world is getting heavy and you're getting darkness and people are annoying you and you've got situations that are bringing you down, the first thing that I want you to do is disrupt your pattern. And what you can do is get up off the chair. Don't sit there and go, oh, I hate my life, my boyfriend left me, I've put on weight, I hate my job, this is shit, I don't know what I'm doing, negative. And then all of a sudden you have a tower of false focus, false programmings that people call depression. Depression is meant to keep you in an understanding of a false prism. Depression is meant to be a constant state of feeling depressed. But can I ask you something? If you so-called have depression, do you ever feel happy? Do you ever laugh? Of course you do. I want us all to do something right now, yeah? I want you to get a pen, and I want you to put it in your mouth, and I want you to put your head far back as you can. I'm being serious. Put this in your mouth, and put your head as far back as you can, and look at the ceiling, yeah? And while you're doing that, with the pen in your mouth, not like this, like that, put your head back as far as you can. This chair's too big, and look at the ceiling. Now I want you to think about a bad thought. Now I want you to think about something that has been affecting you over the week, something that's been bringing you down, and see if you can have an emotional connection with that. You can't. You're going to say, I'll try, or you're going to pretend you can. So why aren't we giving people that understanding of doing that? Yeah, these are little tips, and these aren't. I'm just giving you recommendations to get you warmed up here. Another thing as well, humor was a big thing that really broke me out of my shell, my depression of wanting me to go to. So I want you to get an understanding of my journey firstly. Yeah, we can talk about abstracts. I want to talk about a real life example, which was me. So I know that I had people around me that I just wanted to lock myself in a room, but I had people around me that were smart, that would use humor, that would break my state. I even remember that I know that I wanted to be happy. I know that I wanted to scream out and be someone. And I remember I would force myself to watch funny movies. And how I knew that, because I remembered I did research about how I was feeling. Like I was doing the damage to myself and focusing on the negative, and I was doing a little bit to get out of that, but then I remembered something clicked in my head, and I remember I started forcing myself to watch, because I would lock myself in the room for 6 months. I put on weight, I stopped going to the gym, I stopped working, I stopped talking and just basically existing, and I locked myself in my room. And for 6 months, I forgot how to speak. I actually stopped speaking. For 3 months, I'll be honest with you, 3 months I stopped speaking, but for 6 months, I didn't leave my room, okay? So I'm giving you some examples about what happened to me. And look, this maybe not be you. I know people there are challenges. Something's gone wrong, someone's left you, you've got a bad thought, maybe you're struggling with money, struggling with weight, no energy, you're in a relationship which is abusive, all that stuff which we know. We don't need to talk about it, we know it too well. But what I want to commit to you all tonight, that it doesn't matter what's happening in your life right now. If you focus on what I'm going to teach you and have a routine which I'm going to teach you, it will save your life. At the start, you might not feel like something's happening, and you can't be bothered getting up, or you're just saying this is not working for me. But what I want to tell you, it's not that I've created, but what I've brought together over my 37 years, where I'll be honest with you, I took a drastic turn when I was about 28 with my first breakup with my fiance, and I just went in a negative spiral. Feeling sorry for myself as a male, being in feminine energy. Feminine is beautiful, but for a male to sit there, feel sorry for himself, it's not very sexy. And I was using anger to rebut. I was going out smothering my pain with drugs. I was going out doing a lot of this stuff. But what happens, people, and this is a nutshell, because I don't want to leave the juicy bits to the end. I want to give you the juicy bits all the way through. Yeah? Is that cool? So whatever you beautiful women, beautiful men, or whoever's on here, whatever you are, and you are beautiful, that you need to be aware of your environment. And I want you to write that down. You need to be aware of who is in your environment, if it's uplifting you or if it's bringing you down. As I said in my paid group yesterday in my team, you either lead it or you leave it. Why am I telling you this? Because if your environment isn't serving you, that is a negative. It's like negative baseballs getting thrown at you. Bang, 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 bang. You end up catching these and they end up, affecting you. And what I will say to you, you do not need to be in a relationship, and if it's abusive, he'll get better or she will get better. No. If you're constantly challenged, or if you feel good, and this is what I want you to be very, very, very good at, or more intuitive about. I'm going to watch my words so I don't lose you guys. The way you feel around people is the biggest test and the biggest filter and the exposure of that person. So what I always say, be very mindful of how you feel around people. Does your energy rise or does your energy fall? If it falls, you need to get out of there, because we have enough of our own stuff going on that is either going to really affect us, and let alone the negative vampires sucking the energy out of you, so on and so forth, all that stuff, what's going through. Hey Clara, are you going through this? So this is going to be something great for you. So I want to keep this as broad, but I don't want us to focus on the problem, or the challenge. But what I want to say to you again, and I'm going to repeat myself because I want to embed this, whatever you're going through now, we can get through it. And when I say we, you need the right accountability. You need people that are in your environment that can shift you from that darkness, that can move you through there. Not someone that has a PhD on bullshit, someone that's been through there. Someone that's a real person. Someone that has him or her have their own challenges, Can you raise the energy? You want me to raise my energy? Is that what you're saying? I wanted to keep this I wanted to normalize stand up. As you can see, you're not alone. We'll get through this. I wanted to the environment energy. You can be a beacon of light in your relationship if it's worth it. You can learn this stuff and you can lead your partner by your energy. They will either rise to your vibration or you get out of there. That will be if that partner, the man or the lady, wants to improve themselves because you are leading them and educating them through your energy. As a lady, and she knows, a lot of my women know this, a lot of my men know this, that they've obviously come to my retreats or they work with me one-on-one. And the thing is, through your energy, they will either step up or they'll step out, You will stand in your power and raise the energy. You will lead it and say, I won't be spoken to this. I don't want to hear negativity. If you're going to have negativity, I will leave or get out of this environment. You don't need to have the abuse. You don't need to have the aggression, and that goes both ways. And you can lead that. You either tell them this is not excusable, this is not acceptable, it needs to stop, or you get out. And men and ladies, what I'm going to tell you is that you might feel lonely. This is a bit relationship coaching now. I don't want to get into that. Oh no, I don't know if I'll be with another partner. Yes, you will. Because if you stand in your power and your love, you will have to fight people off with a stick. Because you might not, oh my God, with this partner and maybe it happened. But this is what you need to understand. It does not need to be hard. People go, through marriages and relationships, it does not need to be hard. That is a lie. You can have an amazing relationship if you both educate each other, if you both understand how the mind works, what your values are, how you feel loved, how you want to be respected, so on and so forth. Negativity doesn't exist in my life. Beauty. That's a big improvement from when we first met, Sue. Fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to you enjoying your time in Bali. You should be at the retreat. So, what I want to tell you firstly, I'm telling you on a big scale that people will understand, and when you get alone, that's when the damage is done. When your mind is not occupied and when you're going within with the negative thoughts, that's when I know I would really take myself down a dark downward spiral. I would think about negative stuff. I would see where I'm at now. I would go, like negative, and we're great at it. And what happens is the way it makes you feel. And we actually, without you knowing, we get addicted to the pain. We get addicted with just existing. That's why people go in circles all their life, because part of that negative and that old conditioning is addicted to saying no, addicted to the pain, addicted to having that abusive partner, addicted to be overweight, addicted to always struggle. Because we are habitual creatures. What that means is what we're used of, we do more, yeah? So if we're used to shit, we're going to accept that, yeah? Is this making sense? Everyone's head's going, yes, fucking makes sense. So why don't you start training yourself, reprogramming your mind to have that life you deserve? And I want to give you an example again with me, yeah? Because yes, I've helped, hundreds of thousands of people. Oh no, sorry, not tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands. I'm pulling my own chain here. Sometimes you just need to get out there and you don't want to change, and you're lonely, having your energy zapped by someone constantly and not appreciating you. Exactly. And you know what? If your partner isn't ticking almost every box, then why are you with them? Seriously. Yeah, I don't want to get into this relationship coaching. We replay negative record over again, and yep, exactly. We're addicted to that, yeah? And we'll get into this. So where I got into a position, because I'm going to take you in my mind, and I'm going to take you on a journey where what I was thinking when I attempted to kill myself 3 times, and how I did it, but how I've got out of it, and how I've created an amazing life. So I would focus on what has happened, and I would make it feel 10 times worse and more. Negative. Bring other things in. Oh, I'm never going to have another partner. I'm a shit man. I believed, and I started listening to all these people, and you just keep stacking it on board. What I didn't know, and what I do know now, the first thing is when you feel like you're on a downward spiral, I want you to stop, get out of where you're sitting, get out, stand up, and what I want you to do, I want you to be able to get out and have an understanding. Oh, cool. What did you... So let me have a look at that. Let me quickly answer, because I don't want to lose it. Nicole goes, I don't know much about you or your team, but I'm feeling hopeful. Listen to what you're saying. Feeling a weight lift off. And look, this is the truth. We have helped a lot of people. Something about this, if people are feeling it, I'm happy to speak to them either tomorrow. I've got a big workshop in Melbourne, because this is not a game. We can get on a call and I can give you a lot of strategies to be able to help you. But listen to this. I want you to get out of the environment. If it's just you and this is affecting you, you stand up, you shake yourself off, and you go outside. The reason why you do this, because you are creating a negative energy. And that negative energy and that thought pattern, you need to disrupt your thought patterns. If you need to slap your face, what I do, if I'm feeling shit, I will get out of my office, I'll go down all the floors, I put my music on, obviously it's called success priming. I would slap all the energy out of my body, I would shake myself out. I do push-ups because I love to exercise, and I start focusing on what I want. And your mind will be playing a game. Your negative energy will be, no, let's focus on the ship. No, I want to take you back down. And I call it the devil and the angel. The devil wants to bring me down. The devil wants me to think that bad thought. The devil, and I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but that's the significance that when I have that thought, do you know what I'm saying? Fuck, and it moves me away from there. So what I do, which is very powerful, I will disrupt. Now you can see I've got all my goals, business plans. You can even, what's really important as well, write what you want. Start writing on the boards. I will write my big things out. I am healthy, I am freedom, non-negotiable, I'm a professional human. And I start reading the positivity, because you want to change how you feel straight away. That is the first step. It's what we call is, it's basically you change your physiology, you change your body language. change it, shake it out. Don't worry who's around you. You need to get out, go, shake it out, and do this. This is also very good for anxiety. I'm not saying that I have a PhD in mental health or anything like this. I'm giving you experience to someone that's been so-called had depression, manic depression, bipolar, anxiety, and all that wank stuff, yeah? I attempted to commit suicide 3 times, and I'll tell you what, my mind is probably one of the strongest, I have ever been after 37 years. And if I didn't do what I'm teaching you, I wouldn't be here. And another thing is, I've run 24 retreats. I'm a personal coach. My message has been around the world, and my mindset is improving a lot of people's lives, yeah? You can take in bits, some bits you might not, but what I just say, this is just a recommendation. I'm not putting beliefs on you. I'm not trying to swindle you into anything. What I'm saying is take bits and pieces and do it. Don't just do it. Do it to your best ability, and then you will see your life will never be the same for all the right reasons, yeah? So, disrupting that and understanding with anxiety, because anxiety normally takes us back to a past experience with a negative connection. So all of a sudden you have anxiety and you've got that feeling and it's really anxious, you're having a panic attack, and sometimes that happens when you're just about to fall asleep. Sometimes it happens while you're asleep. Sometimes you'll be focusing on something and you get that built up and you get anxiety, or you're focusing on too many negatives. And the best thing to snap you out of that, again, walk outside, get fresh air, change the disruptor pattern, and your mind is going like that. You want to force your mind and start focusing on everything you want. Some people go, but I don't know. There isn't anything that I want. There isn't anything, to focus on. It's very hard for me to think about the positive stuff. No. You need to start what makes you happy. Is it your children? Is it your partner? Is it knowing that you can change your life at any time, at any rate? You need to have that. You need to have that go-to. What I say to myself, I used to, when I used to party a lot, so with drugs, you're peeking off your head, you come down, and then obviously you get anxiety because it really fucks around with your mind. Some people say chemical imbalancement, that's a little bit of it, but it was more just you're out, then you go home, and then it's just like that whole thing about you have to face society, and that causes a lot of anxiety. So, and even when I went into social aspects, and what I did was, I didn't know what I know now, but how I got rid of the anxiety, if I felt that, I would shift myself and say, why am I thinking about that thought? Because you sort of half know what you thought about, and focus on yourself that you are better, you are strong, I'm in control. Stop hurting yourself, Lee. You are in control. We can change this. The more we focus on what we want, the more we shift our mind into the positive, we will achieve this, yeah? And that's it. And you can get through it. And that's what I said. I am better than this. And that's how I would say, I am better than this. Shake it out. You're going to be all right. Make sure you breathe. Focus on what you want. Because guess what? There is no difference between you and me and then the people that are having a healthy, safe, controlled mindset and the life that they desire. There's no difference. The only difference with people that are having these amazing lives, amazing relationships, full bank accounts, amazing bodies, is they apply themselves every day, is what they focus on. So you all are going to commit to be masters of your focus and attention, yeah? And if you feel like your focus and attention is going off and you're going into the negative, obviously if someone's standing in front of you going blah, 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 remove yourself out of there. You don't need to sit there. You don't need to fight mentally or emotionally, yeah? Remove yourself. I want you all to start to become emotionally selfish. Let's say selfish to be self-empowered. What this means is, if you aren't feeling good, there's a reason why you aren't feeling good. So listen to it. But I don't want you to sit in there. I want you all to write this down. The 4 pillars of mental change. You have an awareness. You have the awareness because you are feeling a certain low vibration, you're feeling shit, you're focusing on it, you're wanting to commit suicide or you're aggressive. That awareness is always from the pain, yeah? Number 2, understanding of what you need to change. That's when a coach, a mentor, or someone that has been there before, not someone that's going to give you an antidepressant to do this. And I'll be honest with you all. I was talking to someone just recently, or many people actually, and since they have been doing the teachings to the best ability, they have gotten off antidepressants for 6 years. Yeah, so we need to give them a round of applause. Yeah, 6 years, and that's probably, I would say, amount of that since I've been doing, and that's been hundreds of people. But guess what? I'll be honest, the people that have got off the antidepressants, come to my retreat, gone back to their environment, and have done absolutely nothing, have gotten back on the antidepressants. And that's something I'm very, very open with. I just saw everyone's message then. Let me have a look. Cool. May I message you once the live feed is find out? Yes. Send me an inbox. You can, of course, anyone wants to ask me a question in private, send me an inbox. Look, you can get me on here, so I don't need to give you my email address, whatever. That's all cool. I definitely want, if someone needs help, that this is what it's for. And I really can we all make a pact? Can we do a cyber handshake? What I want everyone to commit with tonight is, don't let this just be on paper. Don't let it fall on deaf ears. I want you all to role play this. I want you all to master it, but more importantly as well, I want you to be able to bring this into existence. And if you don't understand any of this, get in contact with me, get educated, and bring this into your world. Because there's no point of you just listening to me. That's not going to save your life. That's not going to improve your son's life or your daughter's life or anyone that needs this or whoever's watching. But going over it day by day, the correct routine will save your life. Yeah? Because people think, oh my God, I've got so much to change. My money, so on and so forth. Hey, Gary, how you going, buddy? Great work. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yes, we're going to have a great call. Or great catch up, actually. So what you need to understand, that we get overwhelmed. Oh my God, I've got these bills. Oh my God, I've got, I'm never going to find a partner. I'm never going to get love. The world's too hard. I've got too many things to worry about. What you need to understand, take the emotional attachment and you ask yourself a question. Can I change this? Of course you can. Can I change this? Yes, you can. That will snap you out of it. Use that as the safety net. Use that as your life vest. Can I change this? Yes. And as Lucy just said, one step at a day. But what I want to say thank you, Belinda. I really appreciate it. Getting the True Authentic Reality changed my life. That's one of the beautiful sisters, part of our online journey, which is the True Authentic Reality, which is a number of things. If you want any questions about that, send me an inbox and we'll get through that. So that understanding of that teaching is, and as Belinda will say, is how you've applied yourself through the teachings. Yeah, we have a live stream like this, but it's very obviously it's a paid private group, and we go over a lot of different strategies, which enabled me from going from a meathead bouncer and electrician to losing myself, being suicidal, and the rest of that, for being someone that has helped a lot of people, making the change, giving routines, and has led the way. Yeah, and the success that I've got, which I look at just happiness and me being able to live me, I feel I feel more successful than anyone in the world, because where I've been and where I'm at. That's how I gauge my success. Yeah, not by monetary stuff. That's a bonus, but where I'm at now. Yeah, so. What I want you all to remember, that again, what's going on in your life and how to shake it up, and with your focus and have that understanding. But then you need to be very, very mindful of, you change up your thought. You've got your focus on, you want to shake that out. Yeah, so you've changed your physiology, you've gotten up, what you're focusing on, I want you to focus on that you can change. I want you to focus on what you love, what you like, your strengths. What are you good at? Yeah, I'm not good at anything. No. What are you good at? Don't let the negative ego say that. What are you good at? Start writing them down. Then the third, which really helps you basically get out of that state, is your internal language. What are you saying to yourself? A lot of people say affirmations. I don't have much respect for affirmations, because they're basically you're throwing out a lie and it's flapping in the wind. But a declaration, you're declaring to the universe and yourself, and you're putting a ripple effect out there, which is an energy change, that I declare that every day I'm going to focus on my mindset, and I'm going to be better than I was yesterday to be a better person today, and I'm going to be a better person than I am today to be a better person tomorrow. I declare that I'm going to show up to be the best version of myself. I declare that everything is easy and effortless as long as I have an open mind, an open heart, and the consciousness to believe where I'm going, it will happen. As you can see, I say that a lot in my mind's eye, yeah? And that's what I keep going on. I declare, because you can always get better. You can always get happier. Yeah, so that's what it's about. And what I want you to all get, if you could get anything out of this live stream, it's not going to happen overnight. But you need to be able to fight the battles when you don't feel like doing it, because what you're feeling out here is a representation of what's happening here. Yeah? So that's what you need to understand, that what's happening out here is a representation. So you need to stop this outside world, because it doesn't matter what you change, what you buy, the materialistic things, the partners, where your outside world and what you do, the pain will still be in here, and it will always come out in your outer world if it's still in your inner world, because it doesn't matter. People want to buy cars, people want to get different partners, people want to sleep around, people want to, change their outside their body, buy a dress, buy a top. But the only problem with that is the pain and the way your model of the world, which we call our structure of reality, is the same as it is, because you haven't done anything to do that. So it doesn't matter if you're in a palace, you're driving a Ferrari, you've got a hot man, a hot girl, you're living in bloody whatever, but you won't appreciate that, because everything is felt and everything is filtered through your structure of reality. So that's why you close your eyes with meditation. I don't even call it meditation, because it's like, let's cross our legs, and do you know what I mean? It's about reprogramming. You change your programming, gives you the thoughts, the feelings, your beliefs, and then your actions. But what happens, people? People want to change their actions, yeah? But their beliefs are nowhere near empowering enough, so they're going to have the right actions, or their feelings aren't empowering enough that they're going to have the right beliefs, so they're going to take the right actions, and then their thoughts are negative, their thoughts are down, and then you have a chain reaction. And guess what? When people attempt to get better, when people attempt to be in a relationship, to maybe be with another person, when people will try to go to the gym, what happens is they go backwards, because they've attempted, this doesn't fucking work. Look, that guy told me I'm no good. Or that girl told me, look, I just bloody lost my job. Or, the gym's not for me. And that's what happens. We make these excuses, and it puts us into another negative downward spiral, that people will go and experience something, and because they aren't doing it anywhere near their potential, they go back, times 10. Yeah, they take 2 steps forward, they trip up, bang, and it actually goes backwards, and it deprograms your mind for everything to come harder, and it does, and the world basically gets a lot heavier. So what I want to give you, I'm giving you a lot of strategies here, and another thing that I want you to understand about is a big important thing is healthy eating. Yeah, the reason why people don't understand, firstly, for healthy eating is that if your body's feeling good, like if you're putting the good things into your body, yes, it's got to do with the chemical reaction. Yes, you're going to feel great. But the whole thing of eating healthy is a ceremony of love. That if you're putting good things in with the right energy, and you keep doing that, eventually your body's going to have the right energy. You're going to feel right. Your brain's going to function right. But more importantly, that you see that the people that eat healthy, they look healthy, and so on and so forth, it is part of a chain reaction. So when you are eating healthy, it's the thought that goes with you eating healthy. That is a representation of self-love and self-respect. It is. And this has been proven many decades ago, yeah? It's that self-love that, you know what, I'm going to eat that amazing salad, or that, that fresh, whatever it needs to be. I'm going to drink the water with the Himalayan salts, or whatever your routine is. And that's because you're giving yourself, you're saying, I love myself enough to put the good foods in, yeah? And I tested this out without really wanting to test it out. And when I was going through my dark time, junk food, pain, and that's what it is, emotional eating. Give me the ice cream, give me that. It is the emotional connection that you have with the food, which can get you out of that dark state or can put you in it. Yeah, we all know after we've eaten something good, yes, it's the food, but more importantly, people, ladies and gentlemen, more importantly, it's the thoughts, and it's the emotional connection with what you're eating, and why you are doing that. It's either putting you in a hole or lifting you out, yeah? And this is 100% fact. I even know if I'm having a bad day, straight away the negative ego, the devil, wants you to grab the chips, or wants you to grab the ice cream. the way you disrupt that pattern, you go and have, the nice brown rice with some tuna, with the salad or whatever it might be. You get up, you go to the gym, and that's the second part of it. So make sure you are putting the right food in your body, because your body's going to feel great. You're going to be in the right state. You're going to be in the right energy. Plus, you're giving yourself a respect and an understanding of a ceremony that you're saying, I love myself and I'm not going to damage myself anymore. So that's what you really need to start understanding and keep moving forward, yeah? And it's really, really important that you do this, because what happens at the same time, when you are going to damage yourself and when you're going to eat that junk food, if you eat shit, you'll feel like shit, exactly, and you will look like shit as well. And guess what? Ladies and men, I love talking to the ladies, that when you start to feel good about yourself, so what happens? When you start to feel good about yourself, do you start to get a little bit of confidence to say, you know what? I can do this. Keep going. And when you see action, and I'm going to talk about the success triangle now. You don't need to firstly believe in yourself. You take action. When you take action, you see some results. And when you see results, ladies and men, you get the biceps going on. You want to take more action, because you see, take more action, you get more results, more belief. Yeah? Take more actions, get more results, more belief. And that's the way you be able to move through. Martina goes, what about instead of those foods that you eat for comfort when you're down, and when you don't eat them at all? To be honest with you, I have time when you can have cheat meals, but you need to be really in a good space. You need to be in a physical but a mental space that if you're dieting strict, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really diet that strict anymore, and I will be again, that you want to be making sure your comfort foods. Why do you need comfort foods? You need to get stronger in here. That if you're going through a bad time, you need to understand that comfort food is going to make you feel worse. So you can go, no, I love myself enough. This is false. I don't need that food. So what I ask you all, if you're struggling with weight, if you're struggling with your mindset, what do? Do you sit there and go, I want to eat that junk food? Or do you want to go, I want to look great in that dress? Do you know what I'm saying? Example, look, I can't, to be honest with you, with that condition, I probably prefer not to speak about it, because I haven't had, I haven't had that personal experience. I have dealt with women that have obviously had that. What I can say in a roundabout, because like I said, I don't want to talk about something that I haven't personally experienced. I think it's very incongruent. It comes down to the understanding of the thought patterns of changing why do you do that, and understanding that you are beautiful. You don't need to fit into societies of, oh my God, I'm too fat or I'm too skinny. Understanding that eating good food, that it's going to make you feel great. Like I know a lot of girls that smash down food, then go there and put their fingers down their throat, yeah? And it's just like, what? Like, why did you eat that? It's the emotional connection. So if you want to love yourself, if you want to look good, and you don't need to do that, then eat the good foods that is going to make you feel great, and it's going to make you look good as well. Yeah, go and see a nutritionist, go and see Tyler Tolman, all these people that have all these natural remedies. I'm a vegetarian, or I eat a little bit of fish. It's almost it's almost completely out of my diet. But I've chosen to do that because obviously there's a lot of things. It's the emotional connection with me. It's how it makes me feel my body. And I'll be honest with you, because there is a lot of that chemical built up in the meat, your mind is a lot more foggy when you're eating meat. When you don't eat meat, your mind's a lot more open. You're a lot more clear. And that still helps with that as well. All right. So we've talked about the nutrition. An important thing as well is exercise. Exercise keeps you focused and disrupts your pattern of, obviously, it's a ceremony of you showing that you love yourself. When you exercise, it's fantastic. It gets your endorphins, the serotonin, your neuroephedrine, gets all that stuff going and your adrenaline pumping, and you're naturally in a better state, yeah? When you're in a better state and you do need to focus on stuff that isn't serving you, you will be able to get through that. They are important, but what's really important is what I'm about to teach you next, yeah? So, I never really was one for meditation. I was never one for, visualization and the rest of that. what I've developed, there's a lot of, very important routines for the day, which my team, and they're lifesavers. Like, I even know if I haven't done it my day, you don't have your suit of armor on, and you bang, bang, bang. Everyone's negativity get in, and they affect you really bad. And other people's energy coming off. You don't have your protection on you. You don't have your force field, and it becomes a sponge. Especially speaking to so many people throughout the day, most of the time it's negative. They feel lost. This is happening, and that's the name of the game. But you need to be in the right state to handle that. So, what I want to say to you all, we can all improve our outer world. Yeah. So you need to stop as many times as you can. I'm going to say this again, as many times as you can safely throughout